Hi, this is the Pleasant Imperfectionist coming to you, my imperfectionistas, with a new video about alopecia. I do want to talk about alopecia because it is what is affecting a lot of women, and today there are so many women that go through alopecia but don't really talk about it, or hair loss in general. And they don't really talk about it because the thing with alopecia is that it can be daunting on people as far as image goes, but it also allows women to develop a sense of insecurity with themselves, and they don't want to do that, but it happens because, let's just talk about my issue with alopecia. So I have had alopecia for quite some time. I did not realize that that is what it was. I do want to say that when I had cancer back in 1999, I was 18 years old. I did go through hair loss because of the chemotherapy that I had taken, but my hair grew back great. Like, my hair was very thick when I was little. It was very coarse, probably even thicker than what this unit is right here. And this unit is, I can't remember the name of it, but I bought it from my local beauty supply, and today I'm wearing it because I am trying to find time to install another faux lock, another set of faux locks, and I do want them larger than I had them before, but I also want my parts smaller. And this time when I do it, I am going to continue to grow them out so that I can eventually lock my hair. And that is a whole nother journey in itself, because hair loss, alopecia, and a lock journey are pretty much all in the same, but it affects it because my hair is fine. It's very fine in certain areas, and I will post some pictures here. Hello again. So my camera died on me. I am out here driving around the city. I've had some errands and things to run, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the video up and edit it to put them together. But I do want to come back and talk about the alopecia thing. Well, I do have the wild growth oil, and I'll post a picture on the video when I do the editing, so that you guys can see what it looks like in the version that I had used. Also, along with those pictures, I'm going to post it so that you guys can see my process of, starting a journey. I have tried hair loss supplements, but I've only tried the hair, skin, and nails ones, and I do know that the biotin has caused me to have a lot of unwanted hair growth, where I've had facial hair growing, and I've also had hair growing amplified in other places, which I didn't like. So when I stopped it, honestly, I didn't see a change in the growth. It slowed down, but it also still grows here. So I'll not shave it, but I'll take and chop it off with an eyebrow waxer thing, or not really a wax, but the eyebrow trimmer. I'll do that, and that is about the most that I have done to get rid of that. Now, secondly, okay, so I'm back. My phone keeps getting heated, and I keep having to stop it because the flash won't work when it's heated. But hopefully I can finish this video and give you guys a good 15 minutes or so of what I'm talking about, and then I can come back with my progress of what's going on going forward. So we're going to talk about the image thing and how it affects someone with hair loss. And what I found is that I've struggled with trying to find a solution to my everyday hairstyles where my hairstyles just wouldn't fit. It didn't matter what I tried. Like, I literally had I had the twins, and I didn't have any issues with hair growth when I had them, because I had cut my hair short, because at the time that is what I felt like doing, because I was like ready for it. But then after I had the twins, I realized that it would be beneficial for me to find a style that is easier, because I didn't have a lot of time to invest in myself. So I went natural back in 2010. Back in 2010, I went natural, and well, you know, naturally curly hair, and my curls were great. They came out good and everything, and I was able to keep it until it got longer. And when it got longer, I started to struggle with the curls staying, where they started to loosen up so much so that I didn't have much definition, which I was okay with, but because of my fine texture, I couldn't keep any products in it. So I would literally not want to put products in it because it would build up so fast, and I'd have to wash it so often, and I didn't really have a lot of time to do all that. And I also wanted to look presentable, and in a way that my hair never really was able to go into a particular style, because okay, so I would move it around a lot when I would style it, and you could still see like the little thin edges on the side and things like that. And I did it as much as I could, but I did want to pull my hair back sometimes because I started to develop a bad case of acne. It was adult acne, cystic acne. I would have spots and things on my face, and that's the reason why I have so much hyperpigmentation going on. And it was a lot of stress as well. So it was a combination of everything, like stress from the kids, stress from having alopecia. I mean, it was just like overall like a lot going on. And so I had some topical medications that the dermatologist gave me to clear that up, but she also said that if I, you know, was using a lot of products and things, that the products would cause me to break out. And so she suggested that I would find hairstyles that, you know, push back away from my face, but also when I started using the hair bands and stuff to push the hair away, I noticed that I started to have like the lines of where lines of hair missing or flattened, where the bands and things would sit. And that didn't cause me too much of an issue, but I did notice that, you know, it seemed to be getting worse as I go, and I didn't really want it to be worse. I wanted it to get better, and it didn't really do that. So I started trying to focus on changing my hairstyles and getting products that make my hair thicker, products like oils and things like that. I've tried it all, like you name it, I've tried it all. I've had the Curl Box memberships where I've tried different samples of products. I've bought many products and wasted a lot of money to try to get my hair where I needed it to be. Now, I don't, so much as I wanted to build myself up so that I can be able to be more than what I was, because my kids, I allowed myself, it wasn't my kids' fault or anything, I allowed myself to focus 100% on my kids. And that wasn't the best thing, in my opinion, for me to do it. If I can go back and redo some of the things that I had done, I would say that I would have focused a little bit more on myself to get myself back into what I was before I had my kids. I did take in and stop everything that I was doing to make sure that they were, you know, good, and that's what a mother is supposed to do. But at the same time, it was hard to find a balance. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it, I just didn't have a knowledge of the balance that I would need in order for all those things to take place. And I'm not saying that I definitely have a balance right now, because I'm still struggling, I'm still trying to figure it out. But along the way, I have found what I like and what I don't like, and I can build from there. I can build to say that on Mondays are worst days for me, so they're long and they're hectic because I'm getting the kids ready to school on the weekends, and then on come Monday, I don't want to do anything. So I have learned that experience, but it's always been like that. I'm not a Monday person. I've never really been a morning person either, but at the same time, I've developed a habit where I am now a morning person, and I'm okay with it. Secondly, all of that stuff takes a toll on your hair, and I know this, and it's like it happens to the most knowledgeable people. Like, you can be knowledgeable in many things. It's not just about having the knowledge to get it right or to make it better or to not do something. You also have to be diligent in whatever it is that you have to do, and whatever it is that you do, to make sure that you're doing what's right. So you can be a health guru and still eat bad. You can still eat something that are not, the best foods for you. It's not to say that a person is not knowledgeable or skilled in something. It's just to say that the person probably just, making poor choices. And it's not to say that they could, have to keep on doing it. It's you can stop whenever you like to stop. You can stop whenever you feel to. And you have to be able to have that balance and that knowledge for yourself to know when to stop and when to keep going, when to try something new. And that is exactly what we all go through. And that's why my channel is tailored to, the pleasant imperfectionists, imperfectionistas, I want to call you guys, because you guys are, struggling through some of the things that I struggle through. But I noticed that a lot of people would not say it. A lot of people would not come out and say that they're struggling. And I have learned that it is not always best to come out and say you're struggling, because people can use that against you. And I'm not saying that everybody's like that, and that's not the deal in a lot of cases, but it can happen, and I've had it happen to me before. So the pretend, faking it till you make it type of situation is not always good either, because now you're in a situation where you're pumping yourself and stressing yourself out, and so that you can get things and get it all together and things like that, and you're still crying at night and things like that. And I'm not trying to do that. So I let people know, if I'm feeling a certain way or whatever about something, I'm not gonna flat out and tell you that I'm wrong, something wrong or anything. Hold on a second. Yes, I'm not gonna flat out and tell you something negative or anything like that. No, I won't do that. But what I will say is, I'm not feeling comfortable with that, and I'm not going to go and do what you're telling me to do, because that's not something that works for me. It's not something that is the best experience for me, so I'm gonna back off. It's like that. And I have, people would look at me and say, how you doing today? I would say, okay, I'm fine, but really I'm not. But I don't want to come out and say negatively all the time, like, oh, I'm bothered, or I'm stressed out, the kids and this and blah blah blah. But honestly, the truth is what it is. Like, if I say I'm stressed out today, I'm just stressed out. It doesn't have anything to do with you, but I'm just like, not today. Like I said before, I like that shirt that says nope, not today, because today I'm just stressed out. I'm going to tell you I'm stressed out, but I'm not going to affect my negative or my bad feelings towards you. I'll let you do whatever it is that you do. Yes, I'm stressed out. If you want to avoid me, that's fine, no problem. Great. Give me a chance to rest. If I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff, then I'm okay with that. No problems. But just moving forward to say that stress can cause a lot of alopecia, but then I also want to say that anxiety causes alopecia too. Well, stress and anxiety, of course, but then you also have anemia. I am very anemic. I've always mostly been anemic, at least because when I was a teenager I was anemic then too. I don't know exactly what causes it, but hopefully my doctors are able to find out what it is. But anemia can cause it, and with that, the blood cells and everything, it doesn't really get to the places that you want it to go, but it'll go where it needs to go so that you can be alive and functioning. And for some reason I can take the iron supplements for the rest of my life and will still pretty much be anemic, except for that last go. I did take the supplements and everything went up, like my levels went up and we're almost back to normal. But then when I stopped taking it, it went all the way back down. So I don't know exactly what that is, but my doctors are on it and things like that, and to see what the situation would be. But I also noticed that when I stopped taking those iron supplements, not iron supplements, I was taking the hair, skin, and nail supplements, and I noticed that it had some iron supplement in it too. So I guess that was like a little bit of extra or whatever it was in it. It allowed me to be able to get back on track to where I am supposed to be. And that's why I want to go back on another version of a hair, skin, and nail, but I also want to go with something that will most likely work and not something that I think is going to work. And so my idea is to try something like Hair Infinity. Hopefully I can get some supplements here sometime soon so that I can start that journey, and then I'll post it so that you guys can see if I have any results or anything like that. Also, I'm going to talk about the image situation again, where I kept trying to find, because my phone, my camera kept cutting off. So we'll go back to that since it's giving me some good times right now. Like it's cooling off and it's doing great. So let's just get it over with. So I struggle to try to find a solution to the hair loss part, because I know that that's something that will take a while to grow back. And even with 6 months bursts of taking the supplements and things like that, and I would keep on taking it and I stopped because I just, you know, would get tired of seeing it, you know, no results or not much results, or it would grow back and then it will fall right back out. So it's like I will get a lot of hair that is thicker, but then I'd also get some hair that, you know, fill in. But then after like my pattern, I guess I have a hair pattern, a hair growth pattern. After a certain time, it would all just fall out. Like it wouldn't be like a little bit. It was just like whatever grew, it will fall right on out, and that was the stress. So I decided to go ahead and just cut it off. I like the fade styles for the women, or, you know, more of the, I don't know, undercut styles and things like that, but it was hard to try to find a style that would fit my face and with my alopecia that I got going on, because it is a pattern of alopecia. And as you can see, it's like a line that comes here. It's like a little road mark or something like that on both sides. One side is thicker than the other. Now I like the style that I have, so I'm going to keep on working with that. Some people give me weird looks, but I don't really care that much, because it is so comfortable to me. Like it's very, very, very freeing. So if you ever wanted to cut your hair low and you wanted to know what it's like, honestly, it's, oh my gosh, I've never cut my hair down that low before, but it is so refreshing. Like I literally felt like I'm not a new person, but just like I had a new take on my experiences in life, because I didn't have that struggle. Like it allowed me to reduce my stress level, because I didn't have anything to cover up. It was like, just let it go. Take off your hair stuff and just walk out the door and let it be. And I was okay with that. Like I loved it. Like, you know, the breeze that was on it, I wasn't sweating and all that stuff. And then I noticed that the top part, I still had that struggle where it would just fall out. So I had used vitamin E oil to help the sides grow back, and it did help, because I think that the vitamin E oil combined with the with the wild growth oil was like a major plus, honestly. So hopefully I can get back at it and add some more of that vitamin E oil. I've noticed that it's growing back okay. I mean, I don't have any problems with it. It's very fine to me. I'm okay with it because it's low, but at the same time, it is a situation where I would like it to fill in a little bit more, and if it doesn't, I'm okay with it, because I found, excuse me, because I found a style that works for me that I like to look at. However, it can affect women. I know it affects men, because men can get alopecia as well, but it affects women mostly, because, you know, if you've ever heard of that thing that says that women pride themselves on their hair, and if a woman cuts their hair, that big changes are gonna come behind it. I do understand that. I've noticed that every time I've cut my hair, things have, you know, been different. It's not like it's something that just comes out to you, but I've noticed that the way that I see life is a little bit different, and I noticed that my choices become a little bit different. Not to say that I wouldn't have chosen something before. It's just that once you let go of whatever is holding you back, you're able to reassess situations and see if it is better for you. And that's what I noticed with the haircut thing. So if it's a superstitious or whatever situation, I feel like it's not really. I just feel like when you don't have anything that's holding you back, you make better decisions. You're able to 100% be there for whatever it is that you choose in. So that's what I noticed behind that. Secondly, I'm gonna go ahead and in this video here, and hopefully I can talk to you guys more about alopecia and how it affects other people, or how it affects us people and all together, because it does bother some of us because we can't get certain hairstyles and things like that. And it's not a huge factor, but it's a factor. It really is, because nobody wants to walk around covering their head so that nobody sees their insecurities. It's like having a flaw, you know, and you don't want everybody to see your flaw, because you don't want people to judge you based on your flaw. You know, it's like if you can't if you struggled with anything, you don't want anybody to see that's your weakness. You know, it's like a weakness. And I think that, you know, we just have to get over it. I feel like people should stop judging people based on, you know, what they have going on. People do whatever it is that they do for themselves. I've heard and I've seen a lot of stuff on social media. I've heard people talk about the celebrities and all that stuff, and you know, it's like people would see you with hair loss and they would just automatically assume, well, you need to take out those tracks, or you know, weave hair or something. It's because you sew your hair in, and because you use the glue, or because you use you keep putting the braids in and the braids too tight and rubber bands and all that stuff. There are some people that don't do none of that and still have hair loss, and I am one of those people. Like, I have rarely tried many different hairstyles, and I am one of those people that avoided rubber bands. I avoided the braids. I avoided the tracks and weaves. I avoided the wigs and things like that. It's not to say that I didn't want to wear them, or I did want to wear them. It's just that I always, you know, was cautious. I didn't do the hair dyes and things like that. There were times when I wanted to, and I was like, I better not. But at the same time, I feel like if you want to do something, just go ahead and do it. Sometimes it don't matter whether you avoid it or whether you do it. If something is meant for you, it is for you. So for me, even though I avoided the weave and the tight braids and things like that, hair loss was for me. That's what I am dealing with, and that's what I want to bring out, and you know, bring it to the open so that other people can also feel like they're not alone, because I felt alone in my journey. I felt like nobody understood what I was struggling with, and I don't want to struggle anymore. I just want to be free. I want to be myself. I want to choose whatever it is that I want to choose with myself, and not worry about how other people are gonna perceive it. I have people come to me about, you know, different things, and try this and try that, and it's like, I did try it, it did not work. And it's okay. So yeah, I got a phone call, and the video blinked out again. So it's like, going back to it, it's like you're not consistent with things. It's just like parenting as well. You're not consistent. Well, I am consistent. It may not look consistent to you, but it is consistent to me, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not, you know, I don't have control over, you know, what takes place after, or the effect that my hair might have, or what another person might be, like my kids. I don't have control over how they perceive what I'm telling them. I'm constantly, you know, giving reminders and things like that. I don't have control on whether they understand why it's important to keep on going, to keep on pushing. And you know, they can stop talking back or whatever, but then they're, you know, having problems at school because they don't know how to manage their behaviors, because they're just used to, you know, being free spirited or whatever. You know, you don't know how it's going to affect You don't know what the effect is going to be. All you can do is just try it and hope. But I do want to bring awareness of alopecia out there and say that you're not alone. If you're struggling through it, keep on pushing. You know, find something that works for you so that you can own it, so that you can be it, so that you can feel it, you know, and be free. Be, you know, a person so that you can feel like you're doing something for you, so that you can live the best life that you can live for you and yours. So I want to end this video here, but I also want to talk about a little bit of my makeup of what's going on, just because I've been doing it. So today we have on and I also have a few products I can show you. That is awesome, for the first time, yay. Only because this is what I carry in my bag. So I guess I want to show, I have a little Ziploc baggie. I also keep little pouches too, but mostly my little bags just show what I'm using at that moment, and half of the stuff that's in there I don't use, but it's whatever I might tend to gravitate to because it's what I'm liking or what works. I only keep what works in my bag. If it doesn't work, I kind of keep it in the pouch and I'll throw that pouch away, or I'll put the pouch to the side where I don't really worry myself about it. So I guess this is more of a what's in my bag situation too. So today, let's see, we have the Revlon Volume Plus Lint Magnified. Now I do love this one. I just picked this up at Walmart recently because I read a review about it on YouTube. I don't know the person's name because I've read so many of them, or I've watched so many of them, so I don't know who it was, but I noticed that I do have volume. So I'm going to take my glasses off so you can see, and this is the volume that I have gotten because my eyelashes are really fine. They're really thin and they are pretty much non-existent, but I noticed that they did come out a little bit down here, but also the up part is, you know, thicker. And let's see, so that's the mascara. So let's see what else I got going on here. Okay, my concealer is the Beautiful Bronze LA Girl Pro Beautiful Bronze. So of course I use it just like I normally would use it. No problems there, because you know the Beautiful Bronze works for me. You know that's my thing. So I know it works because I tried it and I'm gonna keep on using it. So secondly, let's see, I'm gonna put my glasses to the side just so we can, you know, talk about the face going on. Let's see, we got the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. This is the one that I was talking about that I just recently purchased. So I'll have that on here, but I also blended it so that it won't be super light. I do like the light look, but for my lips it looks more pale because I am anemic, so it just gives me a more paler look than I would want to walk around with. I don't know why, but I also feel like this one is super sticky. I like the color, but it's so sticky that you gotta wait for it to dry in order for you to not have like a I don't know if you can see here, but a stain, and it ain't coming off. I washed it a million times. I don't even know what you're supposed to use. So if anybody know what to use to get this off of my cup, drop a comment below and let me know so I can try it, because I like my cup. My cup is small, but it's my coffee cup. So in my travel mug in my car, because I like drink my coffee while I drop off the kids. So let's see, this one is in the color Visionary. This is 95. So this is what that color would look like if you ever want to pick it up. So I don't know if you could kind of see there a little bit, so you can see it. And but it's super sticky. It's super different sticky. It stays on, but it's sticky. Like when something is sticky, it's, to me it's like not dry, but it is what it is. So I put that on, and then today I do have a lot of the Ruby Kisses ones because that's what I normally use, and I like these because these are super dry. Like once it comes on, it dries fast and it's matte. The only thing about it is that it's drying, so you got to use a moisturizer with it. This color is the Aren't You Jealous one, but this is a more lighter color because but I don't really like it too much because they all kind of look the same. Like I don't know why, but I've got a couple here, so we'll talk about, let me just pull it out of my little baggie, then I'll show you the ones that I have for that, and then I'll show you maybe, so yeah, and then I also think I have a few more because I kind of got rid of that bag because some of the colors were like melting because they were in a car. So this is another one, and this is sipping wine, but this one is darker, so this one I use the most, and it is pretty much empty. There's nothing in there, and I have to go and buy another one. So it's kind of similar to this color if you notice, but it is more dark and not as pink because I did put that other color on here to darken it up, and I'll show you what I lined it with in a minute. And this one is the same one, Aren't You Jealous? And this one is Daphina. Now Daphina seems to be brown, but it's really not brown. It's more pink. It's like a pink red color. It's weird. I don't know why. But I do like this one, and this one is empty as well. And then there are, of course, lighter colors and things that you can get. So this is a lighter color, but it don't fit me because it leaves a residue, and I don't really like that residue. But this is the color Berry in Love. It looks like it's pretty, but when you open it, this color is like really light. So for me it would look nice, but when it goes on weird, and I don't even want to try it so that you can see it. But you know, that's one of those ones that's gonna go in the trash. So I have these four. These are the Ruby Kisses from the beauty supply store. Oh, that looks like a good thumbnail. Ruby Kisses. Yeah, but probably not gonna use that, but there you go. Let's see, I have a couple more that I use from the dollar store. I mean, not from the dollar store, from the Dollar Tree. But let me show you what I would use as a lip moisturizer, because I noticed that I have had problems with petroleum. Like I can't use Vaseline and things like that because it will just roll on my lips and it'll just clog up my lips and have a residue and all that good stuff, and that's not appealing. So I do use the Burt's Bees honey. I don't really care for the honey one. I like the smell of it because I love honey, but because it smells like honey, it's like, oh, it's gross. You know what, put that down. But the one that I use is another Burt's Bees one. I think it's like a regular one, but it comes in a tube, and I haven't been able to find it. And when I did find it, I chose to choose honey to try it out, and I don't know why. But when I go back in Walmart, I'll definitely pick up the other one because that one is better for me. And then these here are called these ones I've been liking, and of course I've used it so much that the words are the words have come off. And I think I wanted to say that it was Ruby Kisses, but I don't think so. They're more of I don't know what these are. These, let me see if I could find it in here. I don't know what it's called. I literally don't know. None of them have not one of them. Let me see. Oh, I have this new one here. Just bought this one I like. And so this is what I lined my lips with, and it gives it that dark color. So all of them kind of looks the same, and they smell like mint, so they give a nice little fresh. But this one I like. I like this one, but at the same time it's too light for me, so I'm trying to find a brown liner or something that I can put with it to mix to kind of be able to wear it. But I keep trying it, of course, because it's almost gone, and then I would take it off because I wanted to work so bad. This color is Perfect Nude. Let's see, this color is Black Honey. This is the one I use almost the most, and as you can see, it's like really been used, so this gives me that darker color as well. And then the name of it is it's Ruby Kisses as well. It's Ruby Kisses, but these are Maracu something, Moroccan. I don't know what that is, but these little tube ones. I bought this one recently, and this one is more of a brown color than the other one. It's dark, but it's more brownish color and more neutral color. So I put that around and give it a to darken it up. But I also use a black liner, so that's why it's a little bit more dark. But I'm okay with it. You can kind of see the black liner a little bit. So there goes that. And this was the color Black Honey. And this is Crushed Berries. Crushed Berries is a more pinker color. It looks dark, but it's like super pink. Let me see if I can kind of, I guess I'll just put it here. See, it's a lighter berry color, but it looks dark here. That color, you can, that's really the color, but it comes out this way. Let me close that one up, and I can show you what the other colors look like too, because that makes sense. So the other one is here. So you can see a little orangey color. And this was the perfect nude. And let's see. This one is the black honey. Now this is the one that I used the most. Well, recently, and I've been using it the most. So that's black honey. It looks more brown. And so let's see. This one is what is this one? Oh, this is another black honey. I bought 2 black honeys. I don't know why. It don't even make sense. So this is black honey. Yeah. Maybe that's why I bought another one, because it was the black honey one. Yeah. But anyway, I like that one. What else? So those are the ones that I've been using. And what else? Okay, we got the beautiful bronze, and then let's talk about this highlighter. So I've got a little bit of a pink highlighter going on, and that is the NYX NYX highlighter, and I'll show you that one eventually, maybe when I get home, because eventually I'll have to like pull it out so that you guys can see that one. And I do like how that blends in. It's not bad at all. I like the pinkish look in it. So when I wipe that off a little bit, I brought my little wipes today, because when I'm driving out here, it gives me like I be rubbing my hands and stuff. Yesterday I had no eyebrows. It was so funny. I was driving around with no eyebrows because I kept wiping them off because I was scratching myself because I was trying to figure out the map, and it just irritated me. But I brought my pencil. I've been using this pencil of lately. It's a regular pencil. It's one that I've had laying around because I tried to use it and I didn't like it because it was too dark. But now that I know how to apply it, I can use it. And it's just basically a Ruby Kisses eyebrow pencil in black brown. So it's just regular. It's one that you have to sharpen. So I've been able to use that and get it together. So I brought this so I can fill it in, because when I start touching, I'm ready to fix it. Now this is one that I did like, and I have used pretty much all of it, and I have to replace it. But this was like more of a dupe. I didn't really, some of them were just too light, but this one I used up. It's gone, it's empty, there is nothing in there. Like absolutely nothing. Not one bit. Not one bit of nothing. And this was the Wet n Wild one, and this is the color dark brown, and it was okay. I like the tip of it because it allowed me to be able to, you know, work it and get more of a hair, like a fine hair look. Like when I would put it on, it would look more fine, and I would be able to go in there and just do some lines and things like that. So I did like the shape of this one. I don't think this was the one that I liked as far as the color, because I think this one was too light, but it may be the other one that was too light. I'm not sure. But I'll definitely let you know which one it was, because I did buy one from, nope, that was the one that I liked, because I bought that one from Walmart. And then the one that I bought from Ulta, the one the lady recommended to me, it was too light. I didn't like it. I paid $10 for that. It didn't make no sense, because I could have actually bought what I wanted by spending a few more dollars. I wanted the newer popular one. I forgot the name of it, but when I do go back to Ulta, I definitely will buy it, because it's got a finer tip, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's got a finer tip to it. Now this liner here is like a sparkly black liner. It's got a little bit of sparkly in there. You probably can see it at the top. And then I also found out the shadow, the ColourPop shadow that I am wearing, and you can see it I just use it as a transition color so I can keep it natural. It's called Mittens, and I will buy another one because I have put a dent in that Mittens. It is gone almost. I'm working around the sides, and so I'm definitely going to replace that one, and hopefully sometime soon before I run out, so that I don't have to wait too long for shipping, because I don't want to do that, because I like this one. This is my favorite. I did my regular face. I used my MAC 56. It's called the 56 concealer in the shade 56. So I've used that concealer down here like I always do. I think I'm a little bit more dark today, and maybe I didn't like blend enough, but I mean, it's okay. That's alright. I also forgot my earrings too, but it don't matter either. It's just one of those days. I was tired yesterday, and when I woke up this morning I didn't really feel like doing a whole lot, so I just kind of like threw myself together and just got on out here so I can be able to do what it is that I do and move forward. I guess, I don't know, I've tried these Hill Country makeup wipes. I don't really like them too much, but I don't really know because I didn't really use them that much. They're brand new. But the ones I used at Walmart were the purple pack, and they were too strong, so I was trying to find something lighter, and this does smell lighter, but I noticed that it did get, you know, that color off of my finger very well, so apparently it works. What else? That is all that I want to talk about today. Let me wipe my glasses off because they are funky now. Got makeup residue all over it, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. And I do want to tell you guys that this is the Pleasant Imperfectionist coming to you one more time, and thank you guys for watching my videos. I got a couple views now, and I'm super excited about that, but I'm going to continue to go. I'm going to continue to bring you more content because this is what it is that I want to do. And I do want to log off by saying that you can go to my Instagram channel. It is at Pleasant Imperfectionist, and there I post more often, probably daily if I feel like it, like whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll post it. But the videos I'll do a couple of times a week, so you might not see me or hear my voice as often, but you will definitely see some pictures of what I got going on. I do have some pictures that I want to post of my first ever trying to make a sauce for my seafood. I'm not gonna come on here and do any mukbangs, but I did like the fact that some of the YouTubers are showing how they do it, and I noticed that it did come out different. It came out better. It actually simmered, and the flavors pop out, honey. They pop out, and I'm not using any body sauce or anything. I just came up with my own, which was awesome because it's the way that I like it. It's what I'm tasting. It's what I want to do, and so I just followed the method of the way that they cooked it. Now that is about it. Now I have a photo I'm going to post of that, so stay tuned for that one when I get a chance. I took a couple photos of that one, and let's look forward to my next video. Hopefully I can get on here to talk about what else. I don't know what else. I have a list of things that I want to bring to my channel, but today was alopecia, and I'll talk about more of the alopecia situation and how my progress is going and the lock journey, because I do want, I want to come out with you to talk about the lock journey and what I have in place, what I've learned, and going forward what I'm planning to use. So that's my next video. Hopefully I'll do that before I do anything else. I do want to say that it's time for me to go, and I want to thank you for watching the channel. I want to say I love you for being there, for seeing it, but also I want to tell you to stay blessed, stay whole, and also do whatever it is that you want to do pleasantly in an imperfect way that tailors to you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the button for notifications so that you can see when I am posting, and I will talk to you later. Bye.